This time, let's present the solution or the steps in solving nth order non-homogeneous differential equation. Of course, we know that it's in this form, a sub n of x, the nth order derivative of y with respect to x, plus a sub n minus 1 of x, the nth minus 1 order derivative of y with respect to x, plus dot dot dot, plus until a sub 1 of x, the first order derivative of y with respect to x, plus a sub 0 of x, y be equal to g of x. In this case, for it to be a non-homogeneous, g of x can stand as any function of x, okay? As long as it has variables or even a constant, as long as it uses a variable of x alone. Now, for homogeneous differential equation, we talk about the idea of differential operator, auxiliary equations, and we have 4 different ways of writing a solution depending on the roots of the auxiliary equation. For the solution, okay, so for the steps, okay, and together with the solution for non-homogeneous, so what we're going to do here is actually, our solution, let me write here, our solution is actually expressed in this manner, y sub c plus y sub p. Okay, y sub c stands for the complementary solution, okay, complementary solution. And y sub p stands for a particular solution. Okay? So this comprises the solution for a non-homogeneous differential equation. The complementary solution follows the same process for our homogeneous differential equation. So if we're talking about here steps, okay? So the steps of solving non-homogeneous differential equation, the first step is for y sub c, okay? So the flow is actually again differential operator, writing in differential operator. Letter B, we're going to come up with an auxiliary equation equating it to 0. And letter C, we're going to solve for m. And letter D, decide on the solution, okay? On the solution, depending on what will be the form of m. It could be either the m, what we can find, okay? Actually, pertaining y sub c pertains to this portion alone here, okay? So without the right hand side, so we're going to talk about the right hand side here alone first, okay? So pertaining on whether the roots of the auxiliary equation for the right hand side following the differential operators auxiliary equation are distinct and real, or repeated and real, or imaginary, or repeated and imaginary. So that's why we are going to decide the solution. Now for our y sub p, okay, y sub p particular solution, this is now on our left, this should be left, my bad, left hand side, and this is for our right hand side pertaining on our g of x. You need to examine what type of function is g of x. Is it a constant function? Is it a linear function? Is it a quadratic function, cubic function, trigonometric function, exponential function? Because we have a different table for the solution here. Now, here's the hint, okay? Take a look at, here's your hint here. We're going to identify the order of our differential equation, okay? So, the order means, what's the highest n here? Is it 2, 3? Because if it's 1, we're talking about linear, it's just very easy. You can actually work on the linear equation. So, if it's 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on and so forth, we're going to identify the order of our differential equation. Then, here, pertaining on the order, we're going to look for the table of yp. Okay? I'm going to present the table in a separate video because the table of yp has different forms depending on what are the different forms of your final form of your g of x. Our third step is actually to derive or differentiate. Let's talk differentiate. The differentiate our yp, okay, our trial yp pertaining on this on its order. So if the order of our differential equation is 3, so whatever will be the equivalent for our table of yp to be presented later on, we're going to differentiate that yp 3 times. Okay? Because on our table, actually, we have coefficients to identify. So we are going to solve the value of yp, okay, connecting it to the differentiated form and the form of this pertaining on our g of x. Okay? So after that, we can solve for our yp and connect it to our y sub c here, which corresponds to the similar solution for the homogeneous differential equation, but focusing only on the left hand side. The right hand side is what differs here because we will have y sub p to be added for that solution. In short, what we did in the homogeneous are all about complementary solution. For non-homogeneous, we have a particular solution depending on our g of x. In our next video, we're going to present first a table. So we will be guided on what will be the forms or trial solutions that we can use once we solve nth order non-homogeneous differential equation. And then we will be having series of examples for that. Thank you very much for watching.